In 2020, you had $10,000 in your savings account. You didn't touch it, you were responsible, you kept it safe. 5 years later, you check your balance, still 10,000 in there. But here is what nobody is telling you. That money now buys you what about 7,500 bought you 5 years ago. You didn't spend a single dollar and you still lost roughly 2,500 in purchasing power. Your money is dying and most people don't even notice. Today I want to talk about something that affects every single person watching this. Whether you invest or not, whether you have $100,000 or just a couple few $100s, I'm not going to tell you what to buy. I'm not going to show you a strategy. I want to show you what's actually happening to your money right now while you're watching this video and why doing nothing is the most expensive decision you'll ever make. Most people nowadays think keeping money in a savings account is the safest option. And I get it. The number on your screen doesn't go down, it feels stable, but that is basically an illusion. Your bank shows you 10,000, that number stays the same, but here's the thing, what that number can buy, that changes every single day. Think about your groceries, petrol, and all the stuff you buy every single day. 5 years ago, a weekly shop was maybe $60. Today, that same card costs you about $85. That's 40% more. Your rent went up, your energy bills went up, your insurance went up, everything got more expensive, but your savings, the number, the 10,000, didn't go up. You don't need to lose money to lose money. Inflation is already doing it for you. So let me explain you exactly what's going on. Inflation means your purchasing power of your money is going down over time. Not because the money is changing in your bank account, but because everything around it gets more expensive, like I explained before. The central bank prints more money. Governments spend more than they can collect. More dollars enter the system, more dollars chasing the same amount of goods. What happens then? The price, of course, will go up. And your dollars buy you less goods with the same amount of money you have in your account. And here's the thing, the official inflation rate has been around 3 to 4% per year recently. But if you track what you actually spend on food, housing, energy, it's closer to even 6 or 7. Take the Netherlands in 2022 alone. Inflation hit an all-time high of 11.6%. Dutch savers lost almost more than, 1/10 of their purchasing power in less than 1 year. In less than 1 year compared to a decade where normally it was 4 to 5%. Between 2020 and 2022, the Europe Central Bank added roughly 2.5 trillion euros in the money supply. More money in the system, same amounts of goods available. That is not an accident, that is policy. So there's a simple rule called the rule of 72. Divide 72 by the inflation rate and you'll get what it takes for your purchasing power to be cut in half. At 3%, that is 24 years. At 6%, the rate most people actually feel is just 12 years. So let's use the conservative number 3%. At 3% per year, your $10,000 loses about $1,400 in purchasing power in just 5 years. After 10 years, you've lost over a quarter. After 20 years, almost half. And after 30 years, that $10,000 buys what 4,000 buys you today. So after 30 years, you lost more than half. To be exact, you lost 60% without spending a cent. That is not a theory, that's actually a math and it's happening right now to your savings account. Now here's what gets it painful. Let's say two people both have $10,000. Person A puts their money to work at 23 years old. Even at a modest return, 80% a year, by the time they're 40, that $10,000 becomes almost 40,000. Person B waits until he's 30. Same money, same return. By 40, they have about 21,000. Person A almost has doubled his money, not because he is smarter, not because he found some secret, not because he invested more money, no, just because he started 7 years earlier. And that is the part people don't understand about investing and compound interest. Every year you skip doesn't just cost you 1 year of returns, it costs you the returns on your returns. That is the power of compounding. For every year that follows, every year you wait, that gap compounds. The cost isn't just 1 year, it is a difference that follows you the rest of your financial life. The most expensive thing you can do with your money is basically nothing. I think it comes down to a couple few things. The first one is fear. People are afraid of losing money, and I get that. But the irony is they already are losing money. Every single day They just can't see it because the number on their bank account is not updating. It always stays the same. A savings account doesn't protect your money, it hides the losses. The second one is complexity. People think investing means that you need to understand charts, following the news, staying on top of the fundamentals, watch the markets every single minute. And honestly, if you go the traditional route, yeah, it can feel that way, but that's actually not the only way to do it. There are nowadays smarter ways to make money work for you by investing in products that are proven itself. I set up money myself for nearly 2 years. I told myself I'd start when I understood it better, when the timing was right, when I felt ready. That wait cost me more than I wanted to admit. And I didn't even realize it until I ran through the numbers. And then the third one, this is the most important one nobody's talking about nowadays. The system isn't built for you. Banks make money while you keep your money in your savings account. They're not going to call you and say, hey, your money is losing value. Maybe the system isn't built for you. Banks make money while you're saving it in your account. They're not going to call you and say, hey, you should start to invest your money because you're losing value. No, they're not going to do it. Financial advisors charge heavy fees whether you win or lose. The entire system profits from your inaction. Nobody is coming to tap you on the shoulder. That is actually your responsibility. No one is going to take your hand and say, invest in this, invest in that. No, it's your own responsibility. So go ahead and take that as well. So here's the key takeaway from this video. Investing is not about getting rich. It is about not becoming poor. That sounds very dramatic, but take your savings account right now. Apply 3% inflation for 20 years. Look what's left. About half of it is already gone. It's crazy. Then ask yourself, is doing nothing really the safest option? The moment you understand that holding cash is a guaranteed loss over time, your entire perspective changes. You stop asking, should I invest? You start asking, how can I protect what I have? And that is exactly the mindset shift you should understand. That is where it all starts. If you understand that investing is basically guaranteeing your future because you're not losing money, then you start to realize that you should start to take action somewhere. You don't need to become a trader. You don't need to watch the charts all day. You don't need to become like a full-time investor. You don't need to take huge risks. You just need to make sure your money is working and not sitting still, not letting it sit in your bank account, just inflation eating up all your buying power. It is dying, it should be working. Don't let it die, but let it start working for you. So I've built something very special that's doing all the hard work for me. If you're curious about what this actually is, or if you want to look into the results, the link is in my bio. Everything is transparent, but whether you use that, what I built, or you find another path, the point of this video is the same, right? You don't have to use my system, you don't have to start investing, but whether you use my system that I've built or you use a different way, it's all fine. The point of today's video is to stop letting your money sit still, because sitting still means going backwards. See you in the next video, guys.